What a D YouTubers, we back with another one at your boys, Shrug and Sheezy. We got a special one today though, because we got the one and only Lexs Bratcher.
Lexs Bratcher.
What it do,
What's
Lex? How you
good?
doing?
Welcome.
Going on, guys?
Nothing much. Excited for this one. You're probably one of the better YouTube rappers or rappers on this scene, right? In my opinion.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, no problem.
100%.
100%. Go ahead, man.
I'm gonna start with the first question. So your name on your Instagram says unknown.
uh
I'm pretty curious about that. Like, is that your name before you got into this? What is that about?
I gotta say one thing starting off is that y'all are definitely one of my favorite reactors because y'all are so observant.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Hey, it's
So,
easy
yeah.
when you got bars like you do.
Yeah, so originally my original name when I started rapping when I was 9 was Young Lex, right? And I didn't even want it, but my producer was like, "Oh, it's Young Lex," so I just kind of stuck with it. When I was in high school, I started actually ghostwriting for like I was a freshman and I had like the cool setup. I had my mic and everything. I had at the time I had like Mixcraft and I was recording all this stuff. So I had like all the seniors and juniors coming over to record and I would ghostwrite for them. And so I unknown because as a ghostwriter you got.
Oh, that
So
makes
that's why
sense.
your name was unknown.
Yep. So that's why originally it was unknown, and then the reason that I changed it, I honestly I wanted to keep it, and I might just keep it kind of as like my name on Instagram and all that kind of stuff because I still love it, but I had to change it because when I originally started posting music onto Apple Music and Spotify, it kept putting me in the unknown artist category. So
Oh.
yeah, I just have to go by Lex Bratcher because then like people actually have access to my music. But if I get bigger, I might go back to unknown. Who knows?
Okay.
Maybe it could be like an alter ego type thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, part
Exactly.
of D12 now.
Yeah.
Well, since you said that, you said you were in middle school. How long have you been rapping for?
I've been rapping since I was 9 years old. So I was
Oh
third grade.
shit.
I
Third
remember.
grade.
Yep. I remember my somebody actually helped me write a couple bars. And then once I wrote a whole song, I think it was like third grade. We went to a studio. It was like a studio in somebody's basement, and we recorded the song. And I like just fell in love. Like I just like damn, like I love this. And I wrote another 4 songs. I had a 5-song EP when I was like 11, and I was gonna
Damn.
it for all of the labels and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that didn't work out.
So you got a lot of work in. That's why you're so good with the bars and stuff. I love that you scheme and you do a lot of doubles and triples and stuff. So how did you get into figuring out that kind like that's your style? You know what I mean? Because you know
Yeah.
how so many different rappers do so different stuff,
Right.
but so what
Yeah.
defines your style?
So I think my style is definitely heavily influenced by just the people who I grew up listening to. So like I loved like lyricism. So like the person who got me into rap and even what made me want to become a rapper was Rakim. And then when I heard Eminem, I was like, whoa, because he has bars and I just love this. And I was like 10 or 11, rapping about, slapping women and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Disrespectful
And
shit.
yeah, and then I moved over actually to Hobson. Hobson was a huge influence in how I would formulate like creating my bars and kind of the things that I would talk about. And then after that, it was tech, and then it was battle rap, and I really got interested in listening to people in battle raps and all that kind of stuff. I don't have any like off the top of my head because I haven't like looked at battle rap in a while, but that was really big to me back when I was like 14 or 15. And then I was definitely one of those, oh, I hate mainstream rap. I hate all of the new, I don't listen to the radio. I was definitely like that. And then I realized that like hip hop is just it's a forever growing and forever changing culture. And I
Yeah.
want to be a part of that. And so I decided that I wanted to do bars and stuff, but make it catchy and make it fun enough that you would want to hear it on the radio, and
Mm.
you would hear over this nice like hard beat that you'd hear maybe like Lil Pump on or something like that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so that's kind of where I decided to land, where I definitely will still be talking about things and branching out and going into different ways as far as like my topics, but making it interesting and with the lyricism and with like how I flow on nice beats.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I agree.
understand.
I get it
I
100%
100% agree as
because
well.
we both like fuck with trap beats, but not the artists that rap on it. And then we got like bar heavy artists, so
And then we like to spit bars.
yeah.
I'm trying to merge them. I want that
Yeah.
to be the new decade of rap where it's like really hard beats, but you actually have people spitting on them.
Yeah.
The hybrid.
Yep.
Hybrid.
Yep.
So we just reacted. Well, not just. It's been a minute, but we reacted to your latest track or song with Tech Nine. Obviously, is a huge influence. You got that fast flow.
Yep.
Was that like your biggest, most ideal feature, or who is?
You know, honestly, like I feel like yes, that was definitely one of my biggest. Like, I didn't think that I was gonna get a Tech Nine feature right now. Like, I felt like okay, it's gonna take me years to get a Tech Nine feature because like he's an idol. He's someone I grew up on. Like, he's like a legend. He's goated already. So it's like to have a song with him was crazy. And now it just makes me kind of like he was definitely a top, but now it's like, well, if I can work with a top like him, I could just keep going. Like, so like probably one of my next tops would be obviously M. I would love to work with Eminem.
Yeah.
I would with Kendrick. I would really love to work with Hobson.
Yeah.
And yeah, that
Hobson's his personal favorite rapper, by the way.
Hobson. Yep,
Yeah.
Hobson is definitely one of the biggest influences in how I decided that I wanted to start rapping, like lyric wise.
Mm-hmm. So I got a real quick question. Do you think Tech's on Crip's new cipher? He was rocking his sweater today. I don't know. I'm just assuming he might be on there.
I don't know. Maybe that would be great.
Are you on this one again?
I'm not on this one.
Okay. So the first time we saw you happened to be on Crip's song featuring you, and I think Chase was like a little cameo in it. How was that working with Crip and getting to? You didn't work with Chase, but getting to meet him and stuff.
Yeah, it was cool. It was actually that whole experience was so interesting to me because so I always tell the story and it all like really happened so fast. I hit Crypt up back in February when I think he had posted on his Instagram, I'm looking for like a female rapper for the next cipher. So I hit him up immediately. I was like, hey, like that's me. And he checked my stuff out and he was like, yeah, you're dope. And we hadn't really communicated that much. We maybe talked like a here and there. So that was February. And then we didn't talk until probably May, I think it was. I had just had a concert. And then after the concert, a few days later, I met Tech Nine. I got to go on the tour, that kind of stuff. And then literally a week after that, I drove to see my family in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, I'm not obviously tell where Crypt is at or where he lives, but he lives right in that area, close enough. Still far, but
yeah.
And so I was like, you know what? Like, why don't I do a song? Like, we're gonna do a song. We'll record it, and then when I'm up there, I'll drive over to you and we'll do the video for it. And he was like, cool. So I drove there, and the first thing I just remember, Mama Crypt. I think Mama Crypt was like the first person, like she came out and was like, hey, what's up? Like she's like the nicest, coolest like person in the world. And then I met Crypt, and Chase was there as well. And yeah, it was like they're all characters. They're all like really great people. Chase is definitely a character when I say that, like, and it was really awesome to meet them and to see like how they kind of are as people, because all you guys see or all everyone sees, me too, it's like you see what he or what they want you to see, you know? Yeah. But to see them in action and see them like in real life was like, oh, well, you're really this genuine, like you're really this nice. Crip's family, so nice, so supportive, and like obviously Mama Crip made her special wings, so I got to eat those.
I've heard about them before from other people.
Yeah.
It was great. That was really cool. And I mean, everything felt so welcoming when I went there. Like I didn't feel awkward or anything. They were all nice, and legitimately, like, I got there at probably like 11 a.m. and then we started thinking about the idea. We didn't have an idea for the video, and then we were like, I know Mama Crip started calling. She got connects in her. Like, hey, like we need a restaurant. Can you guys like? Can we get like a
She hit you up with a restaurant?
a restaurant.
Damn.
And then she was like, yeah, I'm going to go to my office and we're going to make your guys' uniforms. She made a uniform. She like literally like the ass wraps. Yeah. Like we came with it. And then she went to her office and did a Photoshop or whatever.
Is it vinyl? Is it just vinyl on there?
No, it was just literally like a piece of paper that we like basically like put glue on it to make it look. Okay. Yeah. And after that, I think we went to Walmart to get a couple props and get like black like shirts and stuff to look like a uniform. And then we headed up to the restaurant and we were like, yeah, Chase needs to be in it because he's there. And so then we did the little cameo with him and all that stuff. And really filmed the video in maybe like an hour and a half.
Oh, nice.
And it was done. And then I spent the night there. We had a good time, like chilling. And then I left in the morning.
That's dope.
Hell yeah.
Since you met Crypt and Chase, do you have any more projects coming out with them soon? Chase or Crypt or anyone else?
Well, so I don't have any projects coming out with anybody. I do have my own specific project that I'm working on. It's just a 4-song EP. It's gonna be more like trap rap. So I'm gonna be doing my lyricism, but doing it over like the hard beats.
Yeah.
To kind of get people like, oh, she can do this, and that's the kind of style that she's going for. And then maybe throwing a little bit more heartfelt song. But I do actually, one of the songs that'll be on the EP, I had posted a snippet on Twitter and I said, like, tag who you think should be in it. Somebody said Crypt. Crypt said me, and I sent the song over to him. So I'm definitely excited. So you'll be hearing him on that EP, which I'm excited about.
Hell yeah. Not to brag or nothing. I'm not trying to brag or nothing, but this fool has a song with Chase coming out soon.
Oh!
Yeah.
I'm ready.
That's
for
dope.
Sure.
So, Chase is, like you were saying, he's a hella dope guy, but back to you. My bad. I just was throwing that out there real quick. Little plug. So,
I'm excited too.
What's that?
I'm excited to hear it.
Oh, thank you. So what's like end game for you in rap? Like, do you want to like sign to a label? You want to start your own stuff? What do you want to become through this genre?
That's a great question. That I literally have that same question going on in my head on a daily basis because I have no idea. But like, obviously growing up as an artist, it's like, I always wanted to be signed. I always wanted to, kind of have that superstardom.
Yeah. But
once I kind of started to really gain fans and real fans, I stopped caring so much about superstardom and fame and really just cared about, I want to touch as many people as possible and show them that as a female in this rap game, that there are females who can be, lyricists. And I want to be, I don't want to just be a female rapper. I want to be a lot of people's favorite, top 10 favorite rappers, And that's kind of what I see. So kind of gaining some recognition for being a lyricist who brought female rap past this idea that we have to only rap about certain topics that are mainstream right now. I don't really want to get signed now. I feel like independent wise, if I can kind of build my team up, we can do it on our own, just because the whole industry and all that kind of stuff, the way that things move, I would rather just put my money into something and then just wait for the return on it rather than getting an advance from somebody and then having to pay debt,
Yeah, no, I get it. That's why I was asking. So, because I could see you just, you could blow up on YouTube and just use YouTube and do Spotify and all that other stuff, SoundCloud, or maybe start something. We want to eventually start the Bakery Music label, so.
Yeah.
When
yeah,
we get
definitely.
Big enough, we'll call you. I'm just kidding.
For sure. No, yeah, that's another thing. It's like, I want to at least create a collective of other really talented artists who are under me. Not under me because, like, I just mean, like, for one, I know that there are a lot of talented artists who don't necessarily have that platform, and I know what that feels like because I fought for my platform too. And so being able to bring up people who I think are just as good, if not better than me, and let them shine. So I understand that, and wanting to have a collective and a label.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you brought up the female thing and
Yeah.
how people label you like female rapper. How do you feel about like people that would label you like fast rapper as well? Do you feel the same?
Well, people are going to be really mad because, like, a lot of the music that I have to put out is not me doing fast rap. So I really like. I don't care how people label me because regardless, I'm gonna still do what I need to do and feel I'm gonna do the music that I love before I worry about whether or not I'm a fast rapper or whatever. It doesn't bother me. Like it doesn't bother me when people call me a YouTube rapper either. It just like they're gonna be kind of surprised when I don't do that. So they're gonna label me a fast rapper and then I'm not doing just fast rap and you'd be like, oh well, you know, she's not carrying the label, and it's like you're right because I don't like being labeled.
Not in a box.
I seen you do all kinds of different stuff, different flows and cadences and stuff. So, do you do a freestyle or not a freestyle, but just a something every Friday?
I used to do Friday Fires.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been slacking. I lie because I've just been so focused. Like, there's a lot of things kind of going on behind the scenes as far as me trying to push new music and all that kind of stuff. And so I've been focused more so on that aspect more than I've been focused on like just kind of throwing free bars out. You know, like I think that I'm creative enough that like I could do a Friday Fire every week and still have music. But sometimes I'm like, I'll write a Friday Fire and I'm like, oh, that would be a good song actually. Like,
yeah, I get it.
So I've been slacking, but I've been slacking for a good reason to bring you guys music that you can play on Spotify and Apple Music and all that kind of stuff.
Hey, go check her out on there too. Make sure you get it.
For sure.
All those links in the description.
Yeah, we'll put all the links in the description.
I just got a question, just about like your rap. Like, what's like your favorite legendary instrumental beat of all time? Do you have one?
Yeah, that's a great question. What is one that I always go? Oh my gosh, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think. It might be like a Hobson beat for me, or you mean like as far as like old school type, or just me? Like, what's a beat that I?
Or like your favorite like actual instrumental that you would rap on that someone has rapped on, like an actual beat.
That's a great question. It would probably be. Oh, you know what? Infinite by Eminem.
Infinite
on the album Infinite?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll fuck with that shit. You love so if you listen to M since the very beginning, then I take it?
Yes.
Oh,
well,
okay.
As much as I could. I mean, I'm 22, so he was kind of in his prime when I was very young. So I had to go back and do my research on him when I was younger. So like when I was 12 or 11, I remember like I was just obsessed with Eminem and all that kind of stuff. So like the EP Infinite, and one of my other favorite songs is Low Down and Dirty. If you ever heard that one, which is another like unreleased type thing. And I loved him back in the day, and I had to go when I was older.
I got you.
Unfortunately, I didn't get to grow up with it. That's what I mean.
Yeah, he had to do the same thing that you did, and I was fortunate enough to grow up with it, so I get it. We started our reaction channel actually based on old head versus new head, but then we realized very fast that we just like the same music. So
it just merged.
Yep. That's good though. That's good.
That's you.
Oh, it's me. All right. What else we got here? Sorry. Let's see. Who's like another YouTube rapper that you would love to do a collab with or have on a feature for them?
Yeah, good question. I love DZ8. He's dope. I think that me and him could play. We could do really well as far as like our thoughts on like religion, because I know that I've seen it a couple times. He considers himself, I think, a Christian, kind of a Christian rapper.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely not. And so we can make a nice song, playing like I always want to do that with artists. Is like I don't want to just make music with someone just because it's like, oh, this is oh, he has a larger fan. I want to make songs with somebody who, like, when we get on it, we can either match really well, or we can like, or it sounds really good, or we can kind of play like devil's advocate, or two different sides, almost like a debate. And so DZ8, I love DK. I think he's cool, and I think that England or America would kind of that would be cool too. I would like obviously Chase. That we have different perspectives as far as like I don't even know how to explain it, but I think Chase me and Chase would make a good track, and then that's really it.
Oh,
that's
okay.
that's my top list.
Nice. Well, Dizzy's got bars. I love Dizzy, and we love Chase. I haven't really got into DK too much. We saw him on the Cypher, but yeah, he seems like a cool guy. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so too.
Ask you about your favorite instrumental. You talk about M a lot. Is he your favorite rapper?
M is probably gonna be my favorite. I go back between him and Hobson, but for me, like my favorite album of all time is probably Raw. But Eminem consistently had just consistent albums that were just amazing to me. So like Shady, the Marshall Mathers, Slim Shady LP, all of those so great that I think I would have to say Eminem overall, for sure.
Yeah, Hobson be taking too many breaks.
If you would have just kept going, we would have been not having.
I know, man.
So you said you listened to Rakim when you were younger. That's old school. So who got you into that?
My mom, actually, my white mom.
Really?
Yeah. My mom is a huge hip hop lover. She actually got me on to Tupac. She grew up in Ohio, and she grew up in Worcester, which is a very like country, no black people, no none of that. And she actually Yellow Rings, which is very integrated. Very, if you guys know Dave Chappelle actually like resides there.
Yeah.
And the point of saying that is like it's just people who kind of think like him. Like everyone is just chill, smokes weed all the time. Like just cool. It's like for white people and black people like merge. And so after kind of seeing that and going through that, she got into early. And Tupac has a song called Brenda's Got a Baby. Yeah. And that song actually got my mom into doing social work, and she decided that from there on, like, she wanted to help people, so she got into politics, like lobbying for like the American Heart Society and all that kind of stuff. And so what I think was so cool is that she was able to take, a lot of people think, oh, hip hop is, it's just aggressive and it's just, guns and sex and drugs and all, but there is a lot of positivity in hip hop as well, and there's a lot that can be learned from it. And so when she kind of taught me that, I got into it too. And I tended to get into, or I want to kill people and shoot, blah blah blah. But I love that you can everything from hip hop. So so that's my mom really got me into it. My dad got me more into like the 80s like funk hip hop. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good. We see you still.
Okay, like 80s like funk hip hop type of like Earth, Wind and Fire, but then also got me into like Grandmaster Flash and the Gang and all that. And then my mom was like more 90s.
That's super old school shit.
Yeah. Yep.
So you say you're working on an EP.
Yep.
What are your plans for like your first album? Do you have
any? Yes, I've been thinking about my first album for like 5-6 years now. I refuse to put out an album until I am just 100% like this is exactly what I want. But I think that I'm gonna name it Mon Cœur, means my heart in French. That's been like what I wanted to name it since like 2016, 2017, and so I just kind of decided to stay with it. I want to talk a lot about me as a person. I want to have some, some good, vibe songs, some good like club songs, but I also want to dive deeper into like my feminism, being a black woman, being a black pop, talking about sexuality, and also one of the big ones that I haven't really seen a lot of people about, which I want to get deeper into, is actually eating and eating disorders in general, and just how it plays in, because I have never really anybody talk about it, and it would be interesting, I think, for me to talk in my own perspective too. So those are kind of some things that I want to bring forth with my album. I expect it to be upwards of 20, maybe 20 songs. It's gonna be, yeah. And I don't want to do too many features because I want to showcase who I am as a. But also maybe a couple features, kind of, like maybe on my like happier songs, or maybe like doing one about mental illness and all that kind of stuff on a.
Yeah.
All
that would be very relatable stuff for a lot of people.
I've talked to Proxy, if you guys know who Proxy is. Proxy is probably one.
I think it sounds really familiar, but I'm not sure.
I have a song with Proxy called Jet Ski and My Number.
Okay.
And so Proxy is another YouTuber, big YouTuber who I absolutely love him so much. He makes those videos. It's like how to like Ski Master Slump God, how to.
Oh, okay.
Probably seen him.
And he's just so talented, and I definitely have asked him about doing like a joint project. He's definitely said he was down and stuff, and I'm down too. But I think we're both just kind of busy. But hopefully in the future, for sure.
Do you think you're ready for like the next step? Like, are you ready for that?
Oh, I absolutely think so. I wrote that verse in maybe 3 hours.
Nice.
Yeah. And I don't mean that in any way like, oh, like I'm just amazing. I just mean that I shocked my own self because I hadn't written anything in like a month. And then once he sent it to me, I have to go. And I wrote the verse in 3 hours, and I was ready to record it the next day. And so I was like, oh man, I am ready for it. Like, I didn't thought I'd be ready, but I think I am.
That's you on the call with him at the end of the song, right? Yeah. And you said, I killed this shit, son.
Yeah, funny story. Me and Tech have been talking about having a song for a minute, right? Since I met him last year. And finally, I hit him up. My manager sent me his number, and I hit him. And I was like, hey, Tech, like, we doing a track soon. He calls me immediately, but I'm at work. So I'm at work, and if I work at a retail store. And
you said, fuck work.
Like, hey, I'll be right back. Went to the back, took the call, and he was like, hey, like, I'm about to send you this track, blah, blah, blah. So he sent me the track. I listened to it in the bathroom. There's people, like, going to the bathroom. Like, oh, my God, I have to mute myself when people flush and all that stuff. And then, so I listened to the song, and I texted him, whoa, like, this is crazy. And he called me back immediately. You like it? I just said that he called me back, and he was like, do you like it? Do you like the song? Do you like it? And I was like, yes, like, you're Tech 9. Of course I like the song. And the beat was great enough that I was like, I could go on this. Like, this is not like this was the perfect song. I was like, thankfully, he gave me this, because he gave me something else, and I might not have been able to give it back as quickly. And then I recorded my verse, and when I recorded my verse, I remember phone call. So I remember I was in the front of my store, like, greeting people, and he's on my like favorites list. So if it goes through, like, it rains. My manager's right next to me, and I'm like my store manager, and I look at the phone, and I look at him, And he says, you got to take this. I was like, yep. And I run right to the back. And I go in the bathroom at first, and we're trying to do this, like, we're trying to do the thing because it was kind of scripted. And then there's somebody in the bathroom. So I go to the janitor's closet and close the door. And I do the thing. And then, like, I think I cussed, and I was like, man, that's what the fuck I do.
Yeah.
And then I leave out because I'm done. And one of my managers is just staring at me. And it's like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. And then I just walked back. And crazy, and that was it. That was the story of it.
Do your coworkers or did your coworkers not know that you got a channel and everything, that you rap?
I yes and no. Like, I hate being one of those people who's like has to tell everybody that I'm a rapper.
Yeah.
So I kind of just like, if you want to follow me on it, and like then you can ask me about it. But I don't like outward say like in conversation, oh yeah, and I'm a rapper. Kind of like, because I don't want people to think that like that's all that I like. I don't just think that I'm a rapper. I think, you know, that I'm a good friend. I think I'm all of these.
Yeah.
And I don't like bragging. I'm not a huge like flaunter, all that kind of stuff. So it's like, if you know, you tell me you make music, oh cool too. And then they're usually like, oh, and then they follow me and they're like, oh, she makes music. And it's like, yeah. So I just kind of like to let my music and my stuff speak for itself. You ask me about it, here you go. I don't say nothing about it.
Nice.
100%, I feel that.
Well, is there any do you want to shout out all your socials and anything before we let you go? I don't want to take any more of your time up, so.
Oh, you good? Yeah. So Lexs Bratcher, my name, pretty simple. I wanted to keep that the same name as all my socials. So LEXBRAPCR. I don't think it's that hard to say. Lexs Bratcher. Other people tend to mess up my name quite frequently, but yeah.
All right. Hey,
you guys.
Hey, thank you very much. We appreciate it. First interview.
Links in description. Links in the description.
We'll link everything out there. Hey, it was nice to see you. We out though.
Yeah.
Deuces.
Deuces.